So as you can see, these are our tanks here. Here, this valve here. So if we go around there and we just have it in like that. Okay, so we can see I've got the hose going. Oh, geez. There. Yeah. Idiot. Yep. I put too much pressure and I broke the And hello. And today's episode is just a quick little episode. It's an issue that's been bothering me for a little while, and that's filling up our water tanks. And I've noticed right from the start that when you fill up the water tanks, you know, one, you can get air locks in, but I understand how to fix that as an issue with the air locks, with closing off each individual tank, putting on the pump, putting on the tap, and then bleeding it out, and then doing it on the second tank, and that seems to get the air locks out. Then they drain equally. But that's not what I'm talking about today. What I'm talking about today is when you're filling it in, you get all this water that splashes back, and it's filling up slowly, but you lose a lot of water, and it just seems counterintuitive, and for sure it's wasteful. So I've shared this issue with other caravanning friends of mine, and Nicholas, a good friend of mine who has been caravanning for many, many years, he also has discovered and had this issue, and he's discovered a solution. And he's passed that solution on to me, and that's what we're going to be doing today. It's quite simply filling up the tanks from the bottom. There's no airlock issue, there's no water overflow wastage issue. It goes in from the bottom. So from the bottom you've got your draining valve. So what I plan on doing today, it's going to be very rudimentary. So let's just show you what I'm talking about. So I'll just use one of the tanks as an example and we'll get stuck in. Okay, so as you can see, these are our tanks here. Here, this valve here, okay, that's our draining valve. But as you can see, it's got a barb there, so I can easily put a bit of hose on there. I can then bring it up and over or around like this bad boy is anyway. So I might bring them both to just here, one here and one here, click, click, and water goes up. So that's the plan today, and I get my drill and half saddles and full saddles and everything else I need to do. So that's my plan today. So I'm going to go grab some stuff and let's get stuck in. Okay, here we go. Okay, so our first job is to take this hose, which is food grade. It's human consumable food grade hose, connect it over this barb here. Oh, that fits just nice. It's a really tight fit. And we've got our little clips here. They're going to go over, and then we're just going to nip them up as firm as you like. So as you can see there, that's our valve. It's our valve just there, which is in the closed position. I think I might just go under here, have one just there and two just there. So I just reach over, click, click. That's going to be sort of my area where yeah, I think that's going to be pretty good actually. Okay, so I don't want to put it too tight here and go over there and put a kink in it. That's not what I want to do. I just want to let it be a bit more relaxed and natural. So I've decided to go about there. Yeah. All right, so now we've got this end. I've cut it to where I think is the appropriate size. Going to put this little barb one on now. Okay. Okay, that's on pretty good. So let's make that nice and tight now. Okay, so essentially that's it done. Now we're just gonna make it pretty. So if we go around there and we just have it in like that, with these ones we're a little bit more chunky than the other ones. But let's bring her in there, and I want to line her up about there. So essentially you can see we've gone from that outlet drain, little clip there, ring clip, up along there, then it's over here. So our other tank, our other bad boy, is under here. So you can see the drain, same sort of setup, but now we're going to have a longer hose to go all the way and through into there. Okay, so we can see I've got the hose going from the front section over there. Happy with that. Yep, happy with that. Now I'm going to connect that into there. Clean you off, you little thing. Let's get her in there. This is our open valve to drain the tank. And it just means to fill up, every time I want to fill up, I've got to open up the valve and remember to close it. I'm just contemplating on the other end putting one of these inline valves, and inline valves aren't that tricky to get. There's one there, for example. That's an inline valve just there. Putting one of those at the other end, which means I don't have to get an advantage time. I can isolate it at a more convenient point. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I can do that another day. That's not critical. It's not mission critical right now, but I can do it. Okay, so that's on, and that's nice and tight. I like that. So I'll grab some cable ties now, and cable ties is plenty for this bad boy. That's all I need. Won't need any saddles, just cable ties will be fine. Tighten them up, cable clip them along there, and then it's cable clip along there, and then it goes actually into the actual tank there. Okay, so I reckon that's pretty neat. Okay. Comes around to here now, so let's make the second adapter now. Let's get all that hooked up. Okay, so I've got my little tap fitting. It's a friction held one. I think it's called a barb type one. I reckon that's going to go there. That'll be about right. So let's get that bad boy in. An old trick is you get a tub of hot water and you soak the ends in the hot water, and then, you know, obviously it's going to expand if it gets heated up, and it goes on really easy. I normally do that if I'm trying to put 12mm fittings onto 10mm hose, but this is 12 and 12, so a bit of elbow grease. The friction when you go in warms it up enough and she's in. It shouldn't be an issue. Male to male adapter. And again, I'm just going to recap. I bought these brass fittings because it's under the car. I thought it's a better bet than the plastic ones. Should I put another saddle? Just like that. Okay, don't forget. We're going to clean up now. Make it pretty. That looks pretty. And it's only just a handyman sort of a job. I get it. Not claiming it's anything else other than that. It's not installed by your caravan, you know, upgrade installer folk. It's just me. But it's functional. It's going to do the trick. And hopefully we can fill the tanks from the bottom and alleviate that nonsense where it goes in. It just spills a lot out as it slowly trickles up. The amount of water that you're wasting as it goes in and trickles out, it's criminal actually. So another rookie mistake, like I did on the other one. When I go to open this tap, I can't open it because this is in the way. Rookie mistake. Yeah, so you can see I want to open it, but I can't open it fully because this is in the way. So there's nothing for it. Let's loosen it off. Oh, jeez. There. Idiot. I put too much pressure and I broke the because it's a plastic fitting. I put too much pressure and I broke the this, come around here, this fitting, and all the water's out now.
Oh, I've got no shoes on.
So how do I fix that? I have to drain it completely and I have to glue it back or replace it. Okay, so we're back. So moments ago for you, about 2 hours for us, I broke off, like, I'm going to call it a bung. I don't know what its name is, but it's the isolation tap for at the bottom, the drain tap for tank number 2. And so we've whipped into Bunnings in the Echuca and in the irrigation and plumbing and hose department. We got what we think is going to help us out. All right, so I broke that. Look at that. That's at the bottom. Sits like that. That's your isolation valve. Broke it clean off. The chaps at Bunnings are very confident that this is a replacement for that. We just got to hope that is the right size. And while I was there, I got a couple of isolation valves. Remember how I was saying before I want to put isolation valves in? And of course, you need your tape. Okay. All right, let's go and have a look. Fortunately, when all the water came out, I've got a 60 litre container there, so we didn't lose any of the water, which is great. And there it is there. So we didn't lose any of the water, nothing has spilled over, so we've captured all our water. It's great. And that's our hole just there. Just there, okay. So I've got to take that part out and put the new part in. So let's do it. Okay, so I'm going to take the, I call it a bung, I'm sure it's got a different name. Well, it's moving. A bit broke off to be sure, but enough of it stayed on. This is great. I'm no plumber and I don't have plumber's tools. I expect this might lose a bit of water when it comes out. Hey, there it goes. It's coming out really smooth and draining quite well. All right, this is the deal. Look at our new bung and our old one. Oh, look at that. Look, sometimes you just have a bit of arse, right? But that is perfect fitting. So when it goes in, I don't plan on it ever coming out again. So that's our new one, our new bung. Got all our tape sealed up. Let's screw her in. Just gotta be calm about these things. Nice and tight. There we go. Going to reconnect that up and then we're ready to go. Go and get the other rings. Oh, and there you have it. Crisis diverted. Wow, that was a moment. Fortunately, we weren't in the middle of nowhere. We were only 20 minutes from Echuca, but we could have been in the middle of nowhere. So there's a lot of learnings from that, I'll give you the heads up. But there you go. That's all back and replaced now. And I'm about to put the water back in now before it gets dark. That's the water. She's full right up. That's a 60 litre bucket. Yep, 60 litres. So we didn't lose any water at all. Or very little. Wow. So that's been a bit of a journey. And what I did buy while I was at Bunnings, why not? But I'm going to lose too much light, so I'll do it in the morning. Got these bad boys, these little inline isolators, and they are going to go just there. Oh, that's going to look nice. Okay, so we're back and it's the next day, and we've been to Bunnings, and we've got the inline isolators now, which is really cool. So all of these bad boys is done, and you've seen all of it's over there, the other one. You've seen all those hoses and how they've come through, and all these isolation points. These isolation points now are going to be permanently on, allowing them, and I'm going to put in 2 new isolation points just here. I also found this just in the back of the ute there. I'm going to install this too, just to stop it from hitting on there. So that's going to go off for the moment. Yeah. Let's put you on nice and tight. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Make it pretty. So I reckon we're done. So let's have a look. So we've got a little couple of quick connects here. Bang, hose in, left hand side, the rear 95 tank. This one here on the right hand side is the middle facing / forward 95 litre tank. I'm going to turn that on now. That's in the on position. Let's turn you in the on position, which is now. So it's in the on position now. Okay, it feeds through, cable tied all the way right down to where I need it to be. Okay, slightly challenging afternoon when I was just literally taking the hose off just to make sure it was all nice and tight, just fettling it, and bang, we lost the bung completely. 12mm to 22mm thread, we lost it. But luckily we put the 60 litre stackable container, which I had here, by the way, which I keep all my water stuff in, so I quickly emptied that, put it straight under there, and as it turned out, 50 litres went in and we lost virtually no water. More arse than class, I'll give you the heads up. And then beyond that, went to Bunnings, got all the bits and pieces. So now we've got our water under there. We've got our water under there, which now goes to these 2 little housings. I might put some netting over here to stop little bugs getting in. I think that would be a pretty honest idea. A little bit of netting, but essentially that's it. And I reckon that looks smart enough, and that's very functional for me. And we've got both of those isolators isolating. So there you go. So it's only a short episode. And I've got to put it to the test now, actually. So I look forward to doing that next time we fill the tanks up. We've got plenty of water in them at the moment, but next time we fill the tanks up, it should be able to fill up in minutes really. No air bubbles, no wasting of water. It should be that's solved. So yeah, I hope that's helped. Again, all the fittings are 12mm. Again, everything that you see in the videos from Bunnings, so just straight there. Take a snapshot, a screenshot of the video for the bits and bobs, and go to all the right departments and you'll be right. Hey, hope that's helped you. It certainly helped us. Have a good one, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.